Me, 17-year-old girl in Poland. Meet this guy, 19M from the US, on Twitter in January. We start talking and it clicks between us right away. We chat a lot every day, start talking on Telegram as the main communicator. Turns out we have a lot in common, like 95% of our beliefs align. He says he thinks I'm pretty out of nowhere, solid 9/10. I think he's attractive too, striking blue eyes and blonde hair, listens to similar music. I had to disappear in June for a month due to personal stuff. No one on the internet knew about it and a lot of people thought I died or got arrested. I could for what I do sometimes. I come back and he tells me he was praying for me every day since I disappeared. Heartwarmed.jpg. We send each other hours worth of voice messages on Telegram every day. We tell each other things we never told anyone else before. He opens up to me, very unlike his public persona. I guess we sorta trauma bonded too? One day we're talking about dating, more in depth, and we have identical opinions and beliefs, and that we're in each other's type. I tell him I'd date him if he wasn't so far away. He says SMTH along the lines of who knows. I know he's been planning on moving to Europe since years. Also he was going to visit me in like 3 months. I caught myself thinking about it every day and getting butterflies and getting excited, shit like that. Once I tell him about how a cute waiter hit on me in a restaurant and asked me for my number but I declined. 2 weeks ago. A week ago he told me he's talking to some girl from Aussie as a joke or something. I'm like okay. I also like to joke around a bit, maybe just not in that way. Now, a week later, everyone in her comments is talking about how they're dating and everything. Loud screaming.mp3. What do? I haven't felt anything towards someone since March. It's really hard to get me to care about someone, let alone catch feelings. I'm an extrovert usually, I just don't get that connection. Help me. What do? Me, 32 years old. Live at home in a very small house. Virgin. Loner. Never had interest from girls at all. Mostly spend my free time on hobbies like video games and talking to online friends. Get sick of this. Bring a prostitute over last night to try and lose my virginity. It's legal where I am. She freaks out and laughs at me when she sees my race car bed. I've had it since I was a kid. Makes fun of my action figures and D&D stuff. Finally rolls her eyes. I pay her, and we start sexy time. 10 minutes in. My mom knocks on the door. You clogged the goddamn toilet again. How many times do I have to tell you? Stomps away. The whore finds this too funny and decided the session is over. She gets up to leave, doesn't even want payment. Calls me a loser and faggot on the way out. She walks through the living room to leave in full view of my parents, wearing just her bra and a pair of thin shorts. She's really fucked up physically. Track marks and shit all over her arms. A few missing teeth. Tells, basically screams at, my parents she's a prostitute and I'm a loser for still living at home and that she's not gonna fuck someone who uses a race car bed and plays with toys. She might have been on something from how she was slurring. On the way out, she squats on the porch and takes a piss in full view of the neighbors. My parents freak the fuck out at me for paying for a prostitute in their house and they might kick me out. What do I fucking do? Me, 23. Extremely horny when home, still raging hormones, can beat it 5 and 7 times a day if I want to. Go out with not so physically attractive but extremely freaky girl. Have jerked twice the day before. Make out in empty public places for hours, both love it. Hard all throughout. Move to more secluded spot. Pulls pants down. Aw fuck concerned. Gif it's half soft. It's okay, anon, let's try. She gets down. Feels great, but just can't get it hard. Refuse to let her finish the job. End the state. Probably just nervousness, we'll figure it out. Pleasure her instead. Should we try at home instead? How TF do I fix this? To both genders. Did I overreact? Me. A few months ago. Someone hacks into all my accounts. There's one message board where I get back into my account and post a thread about my account being hacked. He breaks into my account a second time and posts "Phew, that was close. Don't worry guys, I got rid of the guy hacking my account before locking me out again. Anyway, by the end of the day I reclaim and patch up my accounts. Do a Google search for his email address, since he used his email sometimes when controlling my accounts, because I'm creeped out and want to know if someone dangerous is after me. He's a 15-year-old and posts some things elsewhere implying he has a bad home life. Feel sympathy for him. Poor kid. Now that this is all over I do feel kind of bad for him. He's probably really unhappy to do something like this. The next day, he breaks into all of my accounts and locks me out of them again. Okay, fuck, feeling sorry for him, I'm going to take him down. I talk to the administrations and get him IP banned from the sites he hacked me on. He's a troubled youth. Maybe getting him banned from the message boards was too mean. I don't know. Me. Broke up with girl, after 8 months see her again. Can't get her out of my head, so I start talking with her again. We talk, but she tells me she isn't interested into dating and doesn't want to see each other anymore. Got her a birthday gift, thought about just giving it to her and spending like 10 minutes in a coffee shop. Instead she invites me over her place and we stay from 5 till 3 just talking, cuddling and so on. Opened up about some stuff only one other person in the world knows, she did the same. Even tells me she thinks she loves me. But she doesn't let me kiss her. She cries constantly because we both know we were both special to each other, but this will be the last time we get to spend like that. Leave. When I arrive home I tell her I want to be with her and her only. I was having doubts and being afraid of not hurting her again by leaving and fighting, and I told her that. She responds and tells me that it's not gonna happen. Send her a text message a week later checking up on her. She tells me she's talking with someone else now. On the one hand she always told me that she wasn't interested, but knowing her I can't imagine there wasn't something with those cuddles. We literally spooned for like half an hour with me stroking her hair. I just feel upset that me. Be lonely virgin no GF. Get confidence boost. Hit girl up on social media. We talk for a bit. She's a solid 7/10. Starts calling me cute. Ask for my number. MFW I get her number and she's a 7. Keep talking. Starts sending me nudes. Beat it to her nudes and her arching on call. She wants to fuck. What the hell is happening? This happened in the span of like 6 hours. I'd if I go with it or if she's trying to kidnap me or something. Me. Go downtown. Me and my friend go up and walk to 2 cute girls, one a redhead and one a blonde. I start talking to the redhead and he goes for the blonde. Going pretty well. I say I'm a mechanic and I turned on Jeeps for 2 years and rebuilt 11 engines. She says she has a Wrangler Rubicon and tells me she's only in town until Tuesday. I start talking to her sister the blonde for some reason. Notice she starts looking away and starts looking angry. Pulls out her phone. My other friend walks up and grabs my arm and says we're going to another bar. I say okay, you'll be over there. I look back and both walked away and my friend said the blonde was engaged. I could have gotten the redhead's number? I fucked up by talking to her sister, but when she said she was only gonna be in NC for a few days I wanted to try my luck with the blonde, but it only dawned on me the day after I could have linked up with her while she was down here and just said something like you want my number or, I'd so in case your Wrangler needs a repair you can come to me? Me. Manager of a high-end retail store customer service department. The company decides to hire a new guy. It's a 30-year-old overweight guy from India. The literal definition of a man-child. Very awkward to be around. Acts and speaks like a 13-year-old boy. Complete lack of self-esteem and social skills. Nobody in the store likes him. He makes the customers and my co-workers, mostly women, very nervous and they all avoid him like the plague. Have no idea how he got this job. Find out he has gotten fired from his past 2 jobs. Not sure why. Possibly some sort of mental illness such as autism or ADHD. The lack of self-awareness and having to constantly babysit this man has been making me dread coming into work. What's the best way to approach this? I cannot go to my boss and simply say nobody likes him, but I feel like he's an HR nightmare waiting to happen. He's a nice guy and does his job properly, for the most part, but his presence is starting to affect my relationship with my coworkers and other people in the store. Any advice is appreciated. Me. B27. Engaged to be married and happy in my relationship. Have slept with 18 women. Loved fucking around for years. Now that I'm engaged, the thought of all those women makes me sick. Almost wish I'd been an incel for 23 years. Want to back out of society at the thought of it. Disgusted with myself. WTF am I going to tell my kids and ins?